What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. It is a beautiful rainy day in Vegas. That's right, I said rainy day, and I'm so happy. I really, truly love rainy days. They're just relaxing and just, it's like feeling the world reset. And it just makes me happy. I love it. Like rainy Mondays was probably one of my favorite things to do with my hubs. And it just always gives me like such good vibes. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So today we are getting ready to pull up our random word generator and let's see what we get. Generate. Aw, that's a good word. You guys see that? That is a great word. Like, that's a great word. I'm gonna save that one. I really like that one. Let's see. So what do we have for embrace? Embrace. I think that's kind of a really good vibe for my theme of the week. I didn't start off with like the greatest theme just because this week was super rough, okay? Yeah, super rough. Please excuse my green tea. I got my little honey stick and it is still super hot, so. Oh, that hits just right. But yeah, this week was really a rough week, and honestly it started probably last Friday. Last Thursday, you know, it was like, okay, we got some new goals, we're setting, hitting some new targets. And then Friday, it was like everything that could have possibly happened. So it kind of almost took away from, the reset of Thursday. And then going into this week, it was like, it's okay. That was all just one day. That was all in the past. We're going to let that live. And then Monday hit and was like, nope, not finished yet. And that continued literally for me up until Thursday. So it was just like, oh my God, it was constant. And I don't know if I have ever been this frustrated with my situation since I moved. It was just a lot going on and it's constant. And I have this thing where I really cannot stand when the justification for something is always because it's a necessity. Like, you don't have to say, that the cause of something is because it needed to happen. That's not always the case at all. Like you being genuinely not nice or rude to someone doesn't translate into, oh, well, they deserve that. I literally had someone yelling at me for, something that ended up not even being my fault. Not even my fault, like not even something that I did. And I overcorrected in preparation because I knew what it was going to be in dealing with that person. And she can be really, really sweet, but then sometimes she's like, oh my gosh. So I never really know who I'm going to get. And I don't really have a relationship with her at all of any kind. She literally is just someone that I interact with because of what I do. But, what happened in the situation that day was so bad that I literally had like other people that witnessed it coming to find me, and they're like, are you okay? Like waited until I came back and they were like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. There's nothing I can do about it right now. But it was just like, dang, like what did I do to deserve that kind of behavior? So when people are always saying things like, oh, that happened because it needed to happen, it's like, I didn't deserve to get yelled at in the parking lot about something that I didn't do. That's not a thing. But that's what happened. So And that was just one of many days or something. Something that could go wrong did go wrong. It was just that kind of week, you know. But anyway, the point of that very long, super veiled story, to protect the identity of those involved, is that even though this lady was completely out of line, she was completely wrong, and she kind of set the tone. I allowed her to set the tone for my week, because I could not get past it. I could not get past the fact that this happened, and it was totally something that didn't have to happen. I didn't deserve it. There was no rhyme or reason for it. And it's just like, oh my gosh. And I am, for a fault, I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but I am a person that constantly wants things to go the way they should go. So I kind of push that narrative and that behavior onto other people. And when I don't get those results, it's really hard for me. Like, I want everyone to kind of operate in the same way so that we're not always having to go through that kind of stuff, you know? At the end of the day, when people overreact, it's because they have an expectation. Whether you set that expectation or they set that expectation, it is there, you know? So with the word embrace, what it makes me think about, what comes to mind is that, you know, this week I really had to embrace a different mindset, not allowing my state to continue to conduct the way that I went into each day, the way that I felt about each day, going into my days defeated because of one incident that probably could have been prevented, probably didn't. There was nothing that I could do to change it, but it happened, and because it happened, I allowed that one situation to change my interactions with people, my mentality going into work, and you know, that's not healthy at all. So this week, literally down to Friday morning, I got up and I've been listening to Black Girl Podcast, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take some of this advice. I'm gonna apply it. I reset my day so that I was set up for success. I turned on some music that I knew would get me where I needed to be. Shout out to Spirit of David, Fred Hammond. My mom made a Facebook post and it made me like go into old school Fred Hammond mode. So I listened to Spirit of David all day. So much so that I was literally singing it to the infants in the baby class that I was in when I was giving lunch breaks. One of the babies did not like the songs. The other ones did. So I feel like 1 out of 8, not too bad. 1 out of 8 babies, please, by Fred Hammond Jam. We'll take it. But it was all about embracing the mentality of, okay, you can do this. You can get past this. You can push past this. And you cannot let this one thing take over your day, take over your week, take over the way you operate. We get told constantly, millennials are the ones that don't know how to embrace change, that we're considered disruptors. And that's not always true, you know? Like, we want to have something, a legacy. We want to leave something positive for those that we love and care about behind. I think it's an unfair assessment to kind of rope us all in, you know, into like this one box of being defined when we literally have spent our whole lives trying not to be defined by traditional norms. So there's that. So also when I think about the word embrace, I also think about showing love and giving love. I often, when I'm reflecting and having my moments of missing people from my life, I think about the last time, we were all able to be together, hugging my mom and dad, hugging my aunt, my uncle, those moments of goodbye. But they also represent moments of, hellos and introductions, and reminding you that those moments were so special, but they don't mean the end. So, from the word embrace, what it meant to me this week was absolutely embracing the bad so that I could truly enjoy the good. Like I said, the week was trash, for lack of a better phrasing. Complete trash. But it did allow me to have several moments to really reflect on what I needed to do in order to have the proper reset. So embracing the bad so that I could really enjoy the good and grow from the whole experience. Do I feel like there were definitely some things this week that could have been handled a lot differently? Absolutely. But am I going to let it continue to control my outlook? No. And it's important to make sure that, that's not the case. I don't want to always view people in a negative light or experiences in a negative light. I want to be able to look at it and think, you know what, this is what happened. This is how I felt in that moment. But it's not always how I'm going to feel about it whenever I reflect on it later in life. So it is what it is, And I feel like ultimately the best thing that could have happened was resetting my outlook on my situation and being able to really put some new things in perspective and just remind myself that my current work situation, my current living situation, my current even just thoughts on how everything is going for me, it will not be like this always, because I am continuing to grow and push myself for more and for better. So I am done with my face and my honey stick. It's all gone. Perfection. So that means that we are done with this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified when I post again. And don't forget to subscribe. We will see you guys again on Monday for a Candid with Cam. And I got some really good stuff. I can't wait to show you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.